Hello, this is going to be a tutorial where I show you how you can make a naturalistic jumping spider enclosure. Step 1 is going to be setting up our hardscape. Our hardscape is going to be made up of wood, bark, stones, things like this, and this is going to be like the skeleton of your terrarium. So definitely make sure you are happy with this before you move on. You can see that I'm kind of following the flow of the big piece of wood in the middle. It kind of starts in the upper left-hand corner and then moves visually down to the lower right-hand corner. So I'm just setting up some other little twigs and branches to kind of follow that visual motion so it looks natural. Next, I'm going in with a drainage layer. These are just some leca clay balls. Another thing you want to focus on with your hardscape is making sure that you have enough going on in the upper half of the terrarium. Jumping spiders are arboreal, meaning that they like to climb around and go up, so make sure you have lots of places for them to go up. This little cork round here is actually the end of the other cork round that you see. I just cut it off, so now instead of having one potential hidey hole, I have two potential hidey holes. This terrarium also opens from the front and the top, which is very, very helpful. If you can get your hands on something like that, I highly recommend it. I'm just kind of tucking all the dirt in. I do often go in with a mesh layer between the drainage layer and the dirt, but I forgot today. Right now, I'm just going in with a paintbrush and just kind of wiping all the dirt away since I dumped it on top, just to kind of excavate the skeleton that we've created so we can continue to build off of it. Also, I think it just looks kind of funny, sped up. This tank will be totally bioactive, so I am going to go in with a bunch of live plants in the next step. Here I'm just taking this little piece of wood and shoving it into the corner because the jumper that's going to go in here really likes to make her nest in the upper corner area. So I want to make sure that I have a little anchor for her to do that. Here's what we're working with so far. Now time to get some plants from the greenhouse. Here I am just clipping some silver pothos, some goldfish plant, and some philodendron micans. Here they are on the desktop. Here we are going back to put them in there. This is really cute. This is a little cocoon from some wild animal, wherever this was harvested from. And I think that's so cute. Like, oh, if it's good enough for the wild bugs, that's a green flag, in my opinion. Anyway, here I am going in with the silver pothos, just kind of wrapping those around the terrarium. Those are the biggest leaves, so I'm kind of putting them around the perimeter to make it kind of visually interesting. Then I'm going in with a bunch of cuttings from my goldfish plant. I can never remember the scientific name. It's called goldfish plant because the flowers look like goldfish. It's really pretty, look it up. And here I am just plugging a lot of these plants into the soil. I'm going kind of fast, but you might be able to see that I'm taking the bottom couple leaves off of these cuttings to give them a little bit better of a chance. Little finishing touches with some frog leaf ficus here. Spoiler alert, about 70% of the frog leaf ficus did die. I don't know what I did wrong. Here I am just giving everything a good mist. And I always like to put a little trinkety guy in my terrarium, so this one is getting a little baby dinosaur. Look how cute these things are. Anyway, there we go, all done.